This is the Roman child, cause number 210777280. The whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay, thank you. Okay, we were having a special hearing today to see how things were going, so I guess we have reports. Mr. Malone, you may begin.
Thank you, Judge. Tiffany Schlaub is here, and she's, I think, prepared to give an update and kind of let the court know where we are.
Okay, thank you.
As far as the house is concerned, my understanding, everything's ready to go for her to be returned. Department's concerns were that she did not complete the TBR training, parenting training class, or did any family counseling. They both were started. The information was initiated for the parenting classes back on June 3rd, and it was sent to her. And my understanding, contact was made, but somehow or another, it was actually never started. I reached out this morning for Starry to reinitiate it again, and I have not heard back from Starry. I've parenting, the family counseling was, she made one appointment on June 8th. Another one was scheduled for June 15th, and I was unto me, it was double scheduled for their family visit. The family therapist, Amica Bailey's, tried to reach out to her multiple times by phone and text. I mean, or phone and emails, my understanding, and did not get a response and will not see her again. So I have to find a new family therapist. But those are the two concerns that I want to bring to the court's attention. I did speak to the child's therapist last Thursday for the first time in the entire case. And Miss Stormy informed me that she does recommend that the mother have the TBR training, and that family therapy does occur. And she has an understanding that the child will need long-term therapy for cognitive and trauma that has occurred in her life. But otherwise, Miss Romine has completed all the things we've asked of her.
But there are some things that aren't done,
Correct.
and those are pretty big, aren't they?
I would consider that on the same aspect. I don't think she'll hurt the child, but those things need to be done no matter what.
Well, how would it be if, we ordered her to do them after the child went home and then she didn't do them, and then we take the child away? I mean, how traumatizing would that be?
That would be worse on the child for sure.
Yeah.
So I have some questions for Ms. Lobb, Judge, if I have an opportunity.
I do too, as well as I do. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Lang.
Yeah, so Tiffany, I need to slow down your thought processes and hopefully give the judge information that's a little more accurate, I think, a reflection of where we are. So you did receive an update from Crystal Clear Counseling, and that would be Rocky Young, saying that Miss Emily Romine is fully engaged in her individual therapy and has not missed any appointments. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And there are no concerns on the individual therapy standpoint, correct?
Correct.
And as to the family therapy, it was slow getting started, not because anything Miss Romine did. Is that right?
No, it was difficult finding a family therapist that would do telehealth family therapy with the kids.
And Miss Romine participated in the original intake to get it started, correct?
Yes.
And then there was another appointment that was scheduled, but the department, not you, but the department scheduled an in-person visit with her child at the same time that other family therapy was supposed to happen, correct?
Yes.
So she didn't miss it because she blew it off. It was something out of her control, or she could have not seen her kid, I guess. Is that right?
Yes. If I was unaware it was a double schedule, if I had become aware, I would have rescheduled one of the two.
And we've talked about everybody communicating more effectively, even in your department. We did a primacy conference, we've had group calls, And there are some hiccups in the communication between all the hands going on, right?
Yes.
Okay, but we have a plan forward. Do you
Yeah.
have any reason, based on Ms. Romine's compliance with everything you've asked of her since this all began, and I'm thinking we've been at this for about 2 months now, to believe that she would not follow through with anything at this time?
No, I think we just need to make sure it gets started. And I think if with more encouragement and more assistance, maybe we can get this started sooner than later.
Okay. As to the TBR training, has that ever been mentioned until today?
No.
There's an email that I found on my emails that I must have sent to you about prior to June 3rd, and you forwarded to Emily on June 3rd to get this activated. And on June 11th, it was saying that there was an email stating there was a connection between Miss Romine and Starry, and they were supposed to connect with me to the start it the following week, and it didn't happen.
But aren't you, that's what I'm talking about, isn't the story where you're supposed to follow up and be a part of the original interview and all that kind of stuff, or be a part of each session?
They usually email me saying, "Hey, here's the appointment date. Just get on," and that's how I've done it in the past.
Right.
And I
So
had
why
I
when did you?
I didn't get no response, and it's just
Right. So I sent those emails early June, and now we're in the 13th of August. So Tiffany, when did you call me or tell me that that wasn't going, that there was a concern in the communication after I initially sent that to you?
I believe there was an email in July, beginning of July. I just don't remember exact date.
Well, I don't believe I saw an email from you in July, but I'm happy to look at that. But have you and I spoken frequently about the importance of using more than just one mechanism of communication and how urgent this is to get things moving for this family?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any other alternative to the TBR training? Because it seems like this
Ms.
one.
Lane, hold on.
Mhm.
I need to send some other people to a waiting room, a breakout room. Let me see. Miss Mystic, the parents need to go to a breakout room with their lawyers or together.
They're on one device,
Okay,
and the lawyers are in the breakout room that Casa and I and Chuck just left. So if they could just be sitting there with Jana and Natalie, that'd be great.
okay. Only people have in the waiting room are Dossie Placement, Jennifer Lane, Haley Bonds. That's mom, right?
No, Haley's a possible placement.
I don't have that open yet. So what's the mother's name?
I'm looking for him.
And
What is
so,
her name?
Mother's name is Jennifer.
Thank you.
everybody in here now are people I know and that are on the case. I don't see anybody named Jennifer.
All right, I'm telling the lawyers to tell them to sign in.
Dossie play. Oh, Jennifer Lane, is that mother?
Oh, I can't see.
I don't have my file yet. Is Jennifer Lane the mother? Coriel people, is Jennifer Lane the mother?
I don't.
Jennifer
Let me look at my
Dawson's
file.
the name in the pleadings.
I'll get my file. Oh, stop. Jennifer Dawsey and Lane Dawsey. Lane is the
I
dad.
get
That's them.
Jennifer.
That's them. That's his first name. Sorry.
Might help if they put it in the right way.
Yeah.
Y'all need to tell your clients how to do their Zoom the right way. Who is, Haley Bonds, okay.
Not Haley, but yeah.
Miss Garnett. So the Jennifer Lane needs to go in the breakout room that's already established, correct? Miss Mystic?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Jennifer Lane, you need to show your face and you need to unmute yourself. That's the rules. Are they here?
I'm not seeing them.
Nope.
Judge, I put them in room 2.
Oh, okay, good. That, yay, good. Okay, they're there. Oh, which room are their lawyers in? Room 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Yay, okay, thank you. Okay, Ms. Lane, keep going.
No problem, Judge. So Tiffany, there's a team meeting that happens on this case pretty much every week. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember participating in a team meeting on July 16th?
Yes, ma'am.
Raven Blair was there, Kristen, myself. At that meeting, I'm looking at the notes from it. There was no mention in that meeting that there was a concern about the TBR or lack of follow-up. There's no communication then. I did not find, I just gone through all my emails from July. I didn't see anything else from you at that point. It just appears there's a breakdown in communication, but do you have any reason to believe that based on how Ms. Romine's done to date from early June, that if you were to reinitiate those efforts, that she'll engage and get the TBR training started and done?
I believe she'll get it done.
Okay, and she's currently working, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And she's had the same job for well over 4 years. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And have you been to the new house?
I was there Monday when I dropped off the beds.
Are you aware that she's actually moved into that house now?
My understanding, the rest of the furniture was supposed to have been delivered yesterday, but I have not seen any pictures.
Okay. Do you have any concerns about that house?
No, ma'am.
Very good. I pass the witness.
Anybody have any questions of Ms. Schlatt? Ms. Miller, you did?
I do. Thank you. So how many in-person visits have Kira and Mom had since our last
had
hearing?
3 in Brownwood and then 2 weekend visitations.
Okay, so the 3 at the CPS office in Brownwood, they went well, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then the 2 weekend overnight visits went great. Is that accurate?
The first weekend was concerned about the smell when she came back, but my understanding the second weekend that was not the issue. But everything besides this odor, everything
Okay,
was
well,
fine.
I'll follow up on that. There were no safety concerns. I'll make the question a little more specific for you. There were no safety concerns as a result of the in-person visits at the trailer, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and this was the small, tiny trailer that Miss Romine was renting at the trailer park, which she has since left. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and all of us have noted that this tiny rental trailer had a horrible odor in it. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you're aware that I visited with Miss Romine back in June at the larger trailer that she rented, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you ever visit her in that larger trailer?
I went there, but I didn't ever go inside. That's the time she showed me the smaller trailer for the first time, and she had not officially moved into it yet.
Okay, so you visited her at the larger trailer, but you never went inside the larger trailer?
Correct.
Okay, and so are you aware that I went inside that larger trailer?
That's my understanding. Yes, ma'am.
And how long had she been living at that larger trailer?
My understanding for several years.
And are you aware that there was no funky odor in the larger trailer? That I did not observe any bad odors in the larger trailer?
That's what I've been told.
Okay, and are you aware that the bad odors only existed in the smaller rental trailer?
That's what I have been told, yes.
And that she was in that smaller rental trailer for less than 2 months?
Correct.
And she moved to that smaller rental trailer for cost reasons?
Correct.
Okay, and is it reasonable to believe that that bad odor in that smaller trailer did not come from Miss Romine, since her larger trailer did not smell like that?
No, I believe it had something to do with the trailer itself, because that one day I was there, the AC was leaking on the outside, and so I believe it had something to do with that and possible mildew in the walls. It was, I don't know what it is.
It was nasty. Yeah, it was nasty. So she was renting that smaller trailer for how much per month? Do you know?
I was told that both were paying $500 for it. So
right. So she was renting that tiny little trailer for $1,000 a month, and she has since moved into public housing in Goldthwaite, correct?
Correct.
And that's where you were on Monday delivering the beds.
Correct.
And the beds have since been assembled by Commissioner Williams, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And there is a smell in the public housing, right?
There is. I didn't smell it the 2 times or 3 times I've been there.
Okay, well it smells like cigarette smoke. I mean,
Okay, I
that's
don't-
pretty, you didn't smell that?
I didn't smell that.
Okay, all right, well that's great. So all right, so moving on. Kira is in Abilene with the foster family, right?
Yes.
Okay, and school there started there in Abilene on
Today.
August the 13th, right, today.
Yes.
So she is going to school in Abilene for a couple of days until the court does or does not approve placement with Miss Emily Romine, right?
Yes.
And then school starts in Goldthwaite on August the 20th. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And so there was some thinking among the Arrow folks and the Abilene folks that Kira should go to school in Abilene for today and tomorrow maybe, so that number one, because there's no other daycare available, right?
Correct.
And number two, so that she could say goodbye to some of her friends, right? I didn't hear an answer to that.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, all right. And so the hope is that if the court does approve the move to Goldthwaite, that she can get into her new apartment with her mom and start school on August the 20th in Goldthwaite, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So you have zero safety concerns about the new apartment, right?
Correct.
And it's a nice corner duplex in a quiet neighborhood in Goldthwaite, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so other than the TBRI therapy, which I've never heard of until today, and other than starting the family counseling, do you have any concerns about Kira moving back in with mom?
No.
Okay, thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
One
Anybody
more
questions?
Just
on
one more,
this
Judge.
Mhm.
Tiffany, I'm just trying to connect the dots on this.
Yeah.
We had a permanency conference on August the 5th. Remember, you were present for that?
Yes.
Okay, and task item on page 4, number 1, 2, 3, 4, it's number 5 down. It talks about Starry, Nicole Garza will do parenting and relationship training virtually. Is that the TBR training you're talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
And the action item from August 5th that you and the department had put into the minutes was Tiffany will send an email and follow up with a phone call. Tiffany or another DFPS employee will need to be present for a portion of each session. So evidently the conversation was there that communication had dropped. Today is the 13th. Have you sent an email or anything since August 5th to today? I haven't seen one about the TBR training.
I sent one this morning, and I believe I sent one right on that same day.
So maybe I'm not on those email chains. So just to know that that was actually, it's not anything Ms. Romine has done that didn't have this start, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I passed the witness room.
Anybody else?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Schlab, we have trouble finding TBRI, however you say it, that type of therapy in a large county. How are we going to find it for Mills County?
It's telemed.
Ugh.
Starry does it in not Pathways. There's another organization I can get her hooked up to. And it's all telemed.
Well, but we are having problems with family therapy too, right?
Family therapy is because the family therapists are reluctant to have one telemed and they were in 2 different places. And so they want the mom and the child in the same place. And if she's returned to mom, I'd probably be more likely to find a therapist that will do telemed with them, but with both child and the mother in the same place.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, because it's kind of hard to have good therapy with somebody sitting right next to you.
Right.
Well, maybe we could find a therapist and go meet with Kira at school.
The Brandy Roundtree gave me a name of a therapist that lives in Goldthwaite, but she does not like taking CPS cases, but she's willing to try to do this one, knowing that we'll be out soon versus going to be a long haul.
Oh, we're not gonna be out real soon. This is gonna last a while.
Okay.
I mean,
Oops.
I'm telling you, this is gonna last a good 6 months. I mean, I don't know what y'all think it's, I mean, well, I know what CPS quick is, and often I don't agree with CPS quick. Parenting coaches are nodding their head. No, this ain't gonna be a month thing. I mean, we're gonna see, I mean, we're not doing a monitored return because it's a PMC case, and you know, it's PMC case and monitored returns goes to parents. Mom's not a parent now because she's been terminated. She's just no different than me or, you know, Mr. Williams or, you know, Mr. Malone, anybody. She's just another person. As far as I'm, we call her mom. She is bio mom, but you know, she didn't have any rights. So yeah, no. Y'all plan on 6 months minimum. Everybody on the screen plan on it. I mean, Kira's been in care a long time. And so, you know, it's the way it is. And I want to make sure everything's monitored perfect. And because funny, Miss Miller's been harping on the department for ages. Miss Miller here to find good placement for this little girl. And, you know, and Miss Kristen got involved, and then Emily got on and she's back home. So, you know, this is not going to be, I don't know how much more I have to say. It's not going to be quick. So with that being said, do you think that counselor or therapist would help, Ms. Schlab?
Your Honor, I can speak to that.
Okay, Ms. Miller.
Your Honor, this is Laurel Jones, who you may be familiar with through your prior years on the bench. She was a contracted provider in Brown County before that program went south, and she is an old-time CPS counselor, very familiar with CPS cases, who no longer takes CPS cases for a variety of reasons. But Miss Brandy Roundtree, who of course works for DFPS and is local, is a meeting facilitator in Goldthwaite, and is local to Goldthwaite and has been integral to this case, contacted Miss Jones to see if she would be willing to take this case individually. And Miss Jones said yes, she would. So if Miss Schlab is not familiar with her, I can certainly understand that, but she can very easily reach back out to Miss Roundtree to help facilitate communication with Miss Laurel Jones. So I would expect that that therapy can begin very soon. I'm very comfortable with Laurel Jones from years past, and I think she'll do a great job for this family.
Okay, I remember the name.
Yes.
Ms. Vargas, what do you think about that plan?
I like it. I know it's kind of hard to go last. I don't want to belabor things you've already heard, Your Honor, but since the last time we met, Emily has been in constant communication with me, her parenting coaches, and so my reaction to her not following through or missing an appointment, that would be an outlier from what I've seen from her. She's been very communicative. She follows through on what she says she's going to do. And I am just incredibly happy that she was able to move into the housing assistance. I believe someone already mentioned this, but she's in a great location, but she's also very close to the office. And the office managers at the housing authority are going to be keeping a watchful eye, not as it relates to anything on this case, but just to make sure, you know, if she needs anything that they can do to help out. And we really have had a community swarm take place, of people just helping with every which angle. One of her reservations of kind of getting away from the RV life was that she does not have an abundance of furniture or any furniture because the RV, everything's built in. And she has now a fully furnished home. I've been there, Mr. Williams has been there, Mrs. Miller has been there, CPS has been there. So I feel like the majority of the stakeholders on this call have been to the unit. So I just want you to feel good about knowing that we've been walking the walk with her. And I'm looking forward to Kira going home.
Okay. Any parenting coaches, just y'all, whichever one wants to talk to me, y'all tell me what y'all think. And you've heard all the testimony. Miss Tanya.
Yes, I agree with Kristen wholeheartedly. A lot has happened since we last saw you, Judge, and I'm been so encouraged that it has been a lot of amazing teamwork to get this mama ready to have Kira come home. And mom has done some really hard things that and practiced some muscles that she hasn't exercised in a while. So I'm super proud of her. I have high expectations for mom, Judge. And Jen and I are staying on top of her. Whether she always enjoys it, I'm not sure, but we really care about her and Kira and their relationship and her just really showing up for Kira. I will say that I'm cautiously optimistic about the return. I would love to see mom find some more work. Work has been a challenge because of the hours that have been cut. And she's got a lot of time in her hands, and I think that she needs to be using that time better, more productively. And so at our last group meeting that was in person a week or two ago, Brandy, who works for CPS, I don't think she's on the call now, but she had suggested the possibility of mom doing some work at Exxon. I don't think mom is super excited about that, which is fine. Mom needs to find something that she's excited about. Needs to find something to do the current job because she's part-time. She's, working with a lot in the budget. So it's sparse. And so I really would like to see her finding something else that she enjoys. And working all day. If Kira's going to be at school all day, mom needs to be working all day. But other than that, I'm pumped and excited about what's to come. And we'll stay on top of her.
What about, okay, thank you, Miss Tanya. What do y'all think? I mean, I don't know anything about the employment capability, possibilities up there, but I mean, I always encourage ladies, if we have an opportunity, to maybe see if you can get a job at the working in the cafeteria, being a cafeteria lady, or an aide at the school, or Head Start, or somewhere that has the same holiday schedule as Kira and the same hours. I don't know if anybody, maybe Miss Roundtree or Commissioner Williams or Miss Miller, maybe some of y'all have some contacts up there within the school system. But I mean, I assume the school system has kind of like working for the state or for the county. You got insurance, you got retirement, you have a lot of good benefits. Plus, you got great holidays. So I don't know if y'all want to look into that. I mean, and I've seen the pictures of the house. It's great, looks perfect. Maybe when it gets to be the fall, we can open the windows and air it out a little bit. We always look forward to the fall and having new air come into our houses. At least I do. I lost my train of thought, but a small place, it should be easy to keep clean with mom and Kira. I hope Miss Emily makes Kira clean up after herself, pick up her clothes, make her bed, all that kind of stuff too. And I guess y'all are working with her on teaching Kira those type of things too, right? Okay, Ms. Jen, anything you'd like to add for the parenting coach perspective?
like I was just gonna say what you just said about teaching Kira and training Kira. Yesterday we had a couple hours together, Emily and I, doing a chore chart, a meal plan, safety, emergency numbers, activities, and she's got it all up on her fridge. So we're just trying to set in place some systems. Just how, being a mom, there's so many layers to that. So we're going to be working with her for 6 months to get Kira healthy and, get some good rhythms. And that's really what our goal is.
Okay, good. Yay. And I haven't taken a parenting class, so at least we kind of think the same way. So that's good. Or I had a parenting coach, so good. No, I'm way into making kids have responsibilities and have chores and, do some of those things every day. And Miss Emily, you got to set an example for Kira too. So, okay, Mr. Malone, Miss anybody have anything else they want to say?
I do, Your Honor, briefly.
Okay.
Kira is self-conscious about people being in her business, other people being part of the visitation. She did not like the DFPS worker poking her head into the parent visits with her mom. She did not like the fact that there were 5 people on her medical review. I think those are understandable privacy concerns on Kira's part. So obviously people are not going to be poking their head into visits any longer because hopefully she's going to be with Emily Romine full time. But I would just ask that to the extent that visits can be coordinated, that they are. And also that only the department and Emily Romine need to be on Kira's medical reviews for privacy purposes for the child from here on out. The other thing that I would ask for is that Wayne Romine.
Miss Miller.
Okay.
Mom's not mom. Mom's just placement.
I understand that.
Why don't you and Miss Vargas? I mean, I would rather you and Miss Vargas be on that also.
I'm fine being on it if I can, but medical reviews, these online doctors who do these medical reviews don't, number one, they don't keep a good schedule. Number two, they make changes to the schedule at the last minute, and it's not always possible for an attorney to get on those meetings when they're changed at the last minute. I'm certainly fine with Ms. Vargas being part of it. She's familiar to the family, but I don't want any strangers to be part of Kira's medical reviews. So if Ms. Vargas or I can make it, along with DFPS and Emily Romine, who of course is just the placement at this point, I understand, and I'm fine with that. But I think that there were 5 people on the last medical review, which made her very uncomfortable.
Was she there apparently?
Kira, yes.
Yeah.
Kira, the internet doctor, and then 5 additional people were on there.
Well, will she be at future ones or will she be at school?
Well, the child has to be part of the medical review because it is between the doctor and the child patient.
I didn't know if they actually pull them out or not, just because that's what it says. I mean, that's what happens all the time.
Well, I mean, allegedly, the internet doctor is treating the child over the internet on the 5 to 10 minute medical review.
Right.
So I'm just asking that we not have strangers to the child on those medical reviews.
Do you know who the other people were?
I believe that they were the parenting coaches and DFPS, and I don't know who else, but it made Kira very uncomfortable.
Well, Kira's going to start to know the parenting coaches, isn't she?
That's correct. I'm just articulating the child's concerns.
I think it was just Jen.
Well, it never happened. I was never on one. The call started and then we didn't have the proper approval to be on the call. So then I never ended up on the call. So I don't know who else was there, but.
Well, I'm the child's lawyer. I'm articulating the child's wishes.
Okay.
That is one concern that the child has. Additionally, this is something that we have not talked about. Wayne Romine has conditions of parole to where he is not to have any contact with Emily or Kira Romine. I have no concerns that he will have contact with Emily or Kira Romine. I don't believe that he has attempted contact with Emily or Kira Romine. I would like for us to have a similar order on our side that says that Emily and Kira Romine are prohibited from having any contact with Wayne Romine.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
One more thing.
Miss Schlapp.
She does have a psychological schedule with Melissa Siebert next Wednesday, her first day of class, so she'll miss her first day of school. My plan is to do the transporting because it's such a long distance. But I was just wanting you to make it clear that I would like the Miss Romine to attend this therapy, the psychological appointment, so she can start participating and taking on these parenting roles and these medical psychological appointments. That's just what I have to say.
Okay, I maybe missed something. Is the first day of school, has Goldthwait already started?
No, they start next Wednesday, the same day as had scheduled this appointment. I did not know they start the same day when I did the appointment.
I hate for Kara to miss the first day of school.
Your Honor, we've talked about this, and everyone hates for Kira to miss the first day of school, but this is a high quality psychological.
Okay.
It was a high quality psychological assessment that we received from this same therapist previously in Kira's case. And we certainly don't want an internet doctor to do this psychological.
Okay.
We'd like for it to be the same psychologist, which it is. And I think everybody very reluctantly said, yes, we'll allow her to miss the first day of school in the interest of getting this psychological evaluation done. Nobody likes it, but it's the same doctor and it's a good doctor.
Okay. If y'all are okay, I'm okay. I just, I think first day of school is kind of fun, but I guess the next day of school. So, okay. Anybody else?
Judge, can I say a few words?
Yes, sir, Mr. Williams.
I'm Commissioner Williams from Mills County. I am also the president of the Child Welfare Board here in Mills County.
Yay.
And we have been reached out several weeks ago to help Ms. Romine get into a house and stuff. And we're all in to support her in whatever we can do from the Child Welfare Board. And several shopping trips and stuff are planned and wanting to help out in any way we can. Just to let everybody know that's on this, that we're willing to help if our capacity is there.
Thank you, Commissioner. It's good to see y'all. Good to hear that y'all are there and y'all are available. I know y'all have a good board. I've met, I think 1 or 2 other members on your board, maybe not on it now, but in the past, as long as I've been having Mills County for about, I think 13 years, maybe 12. Time flies,
That's right.
But I mean, you've heard a lot about this case. I just want to assure you, and you can pass on to your members, this is a weird case. I mean, this is a really weird case. And all the time, I've been doing CPS law for 40 years, never had a case like this before. So,
well, I just want you to know that we're here to support if we can. I've met several of the people that are on this screen right now, and we're there. So if we can do something, let us know.
Well, thank you for coming, because I know we have some of our child welfare boards are more helpful than others, but you coming is great for everybody to know. And y'all know that if you need anything, reach out to Commissioner Williams and maybe they can help too.
Thank you.
So yeah, and help. Thank you with the housing and all that. I know that y'all were real instrumental in doing that. So we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. And anytime, well, you can listen to when the next setting is, and we're happy to have you anytime. Now that we know who you are, we maybe don't have to ask 18 times who everybody is. So,
okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anybody else after Commissioner Williams? No. Okay, here's the order of the court. Let's see. I wrote all over the piece of paper. Let's see. Kira is to be placed with Miss Romine. Y'all get that worked out as soon as y'all possibly can. CPS is to set up TRBI and family therapy within a week, because we need to just bam, bam, get all this stuff going. Mr. Wayne Romine is to have no contact of any kind with Emily or Kira. And Emily and Kira, it's vice versa. They are to have no contact whatsoever with Wayne Romine. He is to remain 500 feet from anywhere Miss Romine and or Kira are located. Doctor, the online doctor, as Miss Miller says, who I despise that too. The online doctor, Kira, Ed Lightums, CPS, and parenting coaches are the only ones that are to be on Kira's med reviews. Mom is to attend Kira's psychological evaluation appointment. And our next hearing is our next Mills County Day, and it's 9/23/25. Let me see if that's going to be a morning or afternoon. Let me look real quick, y'all.
Can you do the date again, Judge? I'm sorry, 9 what?
9/23 is our next Mills County Day. Let me see if that's also a Sin Sabbath day. Hold on. Let's do this at, let me see how long those are going to be. Let's do y'all at 10:30 on that day. 10:30 on 10/23 via Zoom. I'll do Sin Sabbath at 9 till 10:30, and then we'll get on with the Mills County docket that the rest. Hold on, let me check my calendar. Check my other calendar. Okay. I have a vacation at some point in time. I haven't planned it. And Mr. Malone, that day, since you're new county attorney, are you going to TDCAA's annual conference that it starts that week?
I'm not planning on you on. I went last year.
Okay.
But I'm not planning on going again this year.
Okay. Okay. Well, if we need to change dates, I'll get in touch with everybody. But Mr. Malone, be sure and if we do change the date, be sure and let Mr. Williams know if we change the date. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Miss Emily, you have a million eyes on you. You know that, right? In addition to everybody on the screen, y'all live in Goldthwaite. Good news, bad news, all news, gossip, etc. travels real fast. You know that, right? Okay. Police, the housing folks, the commissioner's court, you got everybody. So you got more people looking at you and watching this in probably most cases. Okay. So you've also, on the other side, you've also had more cheerleaders, more people helping you than most people do on most cases too. Okay. And you heard me tell Commissioner Williams, I've been doing this a long time and I've never had a case like this. Okay. So I expect good things from you. Okay. You're setting a trend for all other future moms in your situation. You know what I'm talking about, to be able to maybe do the same thing in the future for their children. Okay. So I want you to do what's best for Kira, and I don't want to have any egg on my face, anybody on the screen, anybody else's face. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm telling you, this is sort of an experiment. We've never appointed an attorney to do this, or, this is a new thing. Okay. So you're going to be my poster child, and you're going to get this all done right, and we're all going to be happy, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're real excited that you got some new good folks on this case that have dug and to get to where we're at. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I can be, a big cheerleader for you too, or I can be your worst enemy, and I don't want to do that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you've come a long way, very, very, very fast, in my opinion. And, you know, and you've had a lot of help to get that way. But at some point in time, we're going to kind of wean some of the help away too. And we're going to
Yes.
make sure that you can do it on your own. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And if you're just working, living your life, Kira's going to school, y'all are doing y'all's thing, keeping your house clean, staying away from bad influences, I don't really think that's that hard to do. Do you?
No.
Okay. So, you know, I'm going to tell you this, and I don't mean to be mean, but we're going to give you this opportunity, and it's a huge opportunity, but I really don't want to be any screw ups because it's not good for Kira and it's not good for you. And I don't want to have to yank her away. Okay.
Yes.
Because if I have to take her away, I doubt I'll bring her back. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Well, keep up the great work. And I want to see pictures of your new house when you get everything situated and school pictures of Kira. And we'll see you on 9/23. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okie doke. Keep in touch with everybody. Okay. I
Yes,
know I don't
ma'am.
have to tell you that. Okay. Okay. Well, congratulations. Good luck. Y'all get the move done and we'll keep our thumbs up. And that's not an Aggie thumbs up. That's just or our fingers crossed. We'll do that. We'll cross we don't do any, I have orange and white. We don't do any Aggie stuff. We'll keep our fingers crossed and our toes and everything else. So, okay. Well, thanks everybody that's helped get to where we're at. And yay. Thank you. Y'all are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, let me take a picture of this docket sheet. Okay, Coriel folks. What's going on?
I think we have an agreement.
Yeah, I think we have an
I
agreement.
believe we have an agreement.
Hold on. Let me go off, sign off this last docket sheet. Hey, Michelle didn't click that last case was a termination case, and the little girl's going back to try to live with the mom. So we'll see. Okay. I let everybody in that was in the waiting room, so everybody should be here. Where's my Jennifer Lane people? There they are. Okay. Okay, cause number 57057 in the interest of the Dawsey children. Everybody's going to testify. Please raise your hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Sturmer, you may begin.
Judge, I believe we have an agreement today. The department's agreeing for the children to be returned to the parents on a monitor return as soon as the parents acquire beds for the children. I think that's their plan to do that today. But assuming we can get all that taken care of, the department will agree to a monitor return. Of course, that's going to be contingent on them keeping up with the house and the house not returning to the state that it was in whenever this investigation began.
Is the house been cleaned up?
Yes, to my understanding, it's been cleaned up quite a
Yes,
bit.
Your Honor. I
What
sent
about-
I sent pictures. Sorry.
I have not had time to look at any emails this morning.
No worries.
What about the caved in roof?
My understanding that they worked on that as well.
Did I dream this, or was it in another case where they're getting ready to move?
Yes.
So what are they going to move? Did they move? What's the deal?
Do you want me to answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So they had a plan they have an RV that they were working on fixing, and they were going to move the RV and then move into the RV at a different location. They've now changed that plan. They are planning on moving in with Ms. Bonds, once her house is approved, I think there were a few issues and those have been cleaned up and taken care of. And then put the RV at her house once it's fixed. And of course, none of these moves will take place until CPS and CASA and the ad litem have approved and signed off.
Okay.
The landlord isn't making repairs, so that was why they were planning on moving, but they have cleaned the house. They have treated for fleas inside, they've treated for fleas outside. They've treated the dog. They've cleaned everything up. They do have beds. They already had beds being delivered today as soon as court is over, by a friend whose kids have outgrown their beds, so they're bringing them over today to give to them.
Okay.
The kids go to all their doctor visits and well child checkups. Thor has a specialist appointment on the 26th with the doctor for his feet. I mean, they're keeping up on all that stuff. Mom has her doctor she's been seeing and last saw in January that she touches base with about any issues. Let's see. I don't know if there's more questions. I don't want to keep going.
That's good. Okay.
And the CASA volunteer has been to the house. He said he went the other day and like saw it in a better shape. And I have pictures that I've emailed.
So basically, the apartment's going to be named TMC, and the monitor return will begin once CPS, CASA, and Ms. Missick approve the home, correct? Okay, and then y'all will let me know so I can do a monitor return scheduling order, correct?
My understanding was that the house has already been approved and that they just have to have the beds, and the beds are scheduled today. So,
Well, I'm not going to order it today. I'm going to wait to make sure that everybody somebody's got to let me know before I can order it.
okay.
Okay. Ms. Gustafson, anything?
No, the parents are together and they have been working really hard on the place and coming up with a plan to make sure the kids are taken care of. And so hopefully someone can get out and make sure that the beds are there so the kids can come home as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you. Let me ask, before I get to the advisors, let me ask the parents, are y'all married?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Dawsey is the father of both children, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Like, see, no other prior marriages, nobody else in the birth certificate, nothing.
No, ma'am.
Okay, have y'all ever been to attorney general court or anything involving the children?
No, ma'am.
No.
Not to my knowledge.
No.
Okay. What about, do either of y'all have any Native American heritage?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Native
Do
Americans
we-
have heritage.
No, ma'am.
No.
A little bit, but not enough to count, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, what about you?
I was told I have native blood in me, but I haven't actually gotten tested, so.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Sakine, what do you think?
Ma'am, I think they did significant work when I did visit the dad on Friday, and I just didn't see the beds. As long as the bed should be there, I don't see a concern. But I would say there needs to be some sort of monitor. I'm new to the Texas CASA system. There's some sort of monitoring just to make sure that everything is in place. And this was pretty much a wake-up call for them, and they've acted appropriately.
Okay, thank you. Well, y'all have 24/7 access to the home, or anywhere the children are located. So parents, remember that CASA, CPS, ad litems, anybody can knock on the door and they say, we're here, you gotta let them in, okay?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Ms. Mystic?
Yes, Judge. I'm in agreement. Visited with the placement. Kids are doing great, but saw the pictures and just once they get the beds, then I would request that the kids be able to go home.
Okay, Miss Mystic just sent me pictures. Y'all got cute little kids. Cute, cute, cute. So,
Thank you.
okay. Well, I'm gonna name the department, the temporary managing conservator of the children. I'm gonna say monitor return to the parents once the home is approved by CPS and the ad litem's. Our next hearing is gonna be what's called a status hearing. Hold on, I got it right. And what that is between now and then, y'all will have what's called a family group conference. And that's a meeting that says if y'all need to go to counseling, y'all need to go to therapy, if y'all need to drug test, it'll have just a bunch of services. And we'll come back on 9/17. We'll go over your services. I'm sure y'all would already started working on them. And on that day, I make the services the order of the court. I tell everybody that you have to comply with your service plan or your parental rights could be subject to termination. That law is going to change pretty soon, but right now I'm required to tell y'all that. Ms. Gustafson, I need your client's court-appointed attorney application. I've gotten moms, but I don't have dads. Mr. Dawson, make sure you fill out a document that Ms. Gustafson sent you or is going to send you legibly, and I need it within a week, or I don't have any proof that you're entitled to an attorney, so you won't have an attorney anymore, okay?
I sent it to him
Ma'am,
today.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I've got to do it on the computer. I've got poor handwriting whenever it comes to all this technology, and I'm not really too terribly tech savvy. So I'll be sure to get on the computer this
Okay.
afternoon after the beds and whatnot get delivered.
Or print it out, see if you can write it and get it back to her or something. So how
Yes, ma'am.
I'm the same way as you, so I understand. Let's see. I think that's everything. Anybody need anything else? Who's gonna? Oh, I think Miss Rodriguez is gonna be on this case. Y'all said correct? Yes. Okay. Well, we wish y'all good luck. I mean, this doesn't happen very often. My last 2 hearings, things are going good. So keep up the good work. And like I said, keep the house clean and take care, give your dog the flea medicine. And I'm an animal person. We got to take care of our pets too. So their family and the kiddos, and good luck. Oh, does everybody agree that the hearing can be held via Zoom?
Yes, I
Yes,
was
ma'am.
going to mention, I'm sorry, Judge, I had an issue with my volume. I wanted to mention that we can, for CASA, we can go out and verify once beds are received, and then we can make sure to let CPS know if they aren't aware about it at that time.
Okay. Yeah, I the more eyes, the better, Ms. Pruitt, in my opinion.
Your Honor, I did have a question.
Yes, sir.
So I have the actual mattresses itself being delivered today, but the beds itself will be delivered. My app, I ordered them off of Amazon, and my app says anywhere between Friday and Monday. Is that okay, or do I need to wait for the bed frames to be here before anybody comes out and looks at them?
I don't know. What do y'all think?
I normally am fine, put a mattress on the floor with kind of the issue with fleas and all. Let's get the whole bed set up before we move them and check it and then move.
Okay.
If I could possibly get them earlier than that from like Walmart or
us know.
something, the issue about it is the whole money part and us being within a flood zone, all the sand around these houses and whatnot, the fleas are just kind of out of control right now.
Treated them.
I am currently, I have, and I am still currently treating them with child and pet friendly. I'm sorry, Your Honor, I just had a mind blank.
Spray and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, be sure and spray outside because everybody's coming and going and bringing them in. So, and I know money's probably limited, but you might want to think about an exterminator too, because they got that high powered stuff that we don't have at home.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So, maybe CPS can help you with that, or they have some in-kind services sometimes that are available. Well, yeah, let's get the whole bed set up, and I agree with Miss Mystic in that. So just so everybody know, and y'all, I mean, this thing, I mean, weekends, things don't happen on the weekends. So, they might happen at your house on the weekends, but I don't think they're moving kids on the weekends. So just
Yes, ma'am.
get with your lawyer and CASA and CPS, and they'll let you know. Okay.
If I can get those beds today, after the court, do I just call CASA? Do I call my caseworker, my CPS caseworker? Who do I contact about that?
You call,
You can call CASA.
let's see, Miss Rodriguez. Did they have your phone number?
I believe I have a card for, no, not Jose, the CASA worker that come out to introduce himself.
Mr. Sakine?
I believe so, ma'am. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. I can't.
Yes, ma'am. I gave him my card, ma'am.
Okay.
I believe.
I can come out on the weekend if it does happen on the weekend. I can come out to check it.
Okay. Well, call Mr. Sakine, and then he can forward your information to CPS. Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Well, thank y'all. Good luck. We'll see y'all in September.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll be in
Bye-bye.
recess till 1 o'clock. Thanks.
Like 7 minutes.
Do we just hang up?
Yes, you're done. And when you get the beds, go ahead and text me too, even if it's the weekend, so that I know and can make sure.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
We will definitely work on trying to get the full setup here in a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, check Walmart, and if they don't have them, I know there's a furniture store in Copper's Cove or Colleen that I went to that had like just a metal frame for like $100 or something.
Okay.
But that would
Okay.
be one, so then two, it would be 200. So I know then
Yeah.
that's
I was just about to ask, what about bunk beds? Is that okay as long as it's safe?
maybe run that by CPS and CASA since they're so little. Like if they were a little older, bunk beds would be totally fine. I don't know. I would just double check.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Because your
call.
kiddo's almost 4, but I don't know.
Well, she likes to climb all over stuff. That's why I was asking. Eventually, I get a set of bunk beds, and I was going to build a set of like wooden stairs for them, but it's just
It'll
like
get her energy out.
it's just a matter of money at this point.
No, I totally get that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as long as the bunk bed's safe and she can't like fall out or anything, it's probably fine. But you might run that by them first, just saying.
Will do.
I wouldn't want you to spend money and then
Not get approved for it.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Will do, ma'am.
Alrighty. Just text me if you have any questions, okay? You have my number to text.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Stay
you,
in
ma'am.
touch and keep me updated, okay?
I will.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.